My students adopted it almost immediately. Um, what I did yesterday that I was telling Matt about is I actually had a Zoom class yesterday and I said, hey, you guys, I'm going to be a panelist on a webinar for Pronto. Would you like me to share some of the things that you like about Pronto with a larger group? And oh, they were just, tell them this, tell them this. So I wrote down some of the things that my students said, and I can also give you a couple of my impressions. But one of the things I wanted to say that Janet reminded me is, this is the only way I can communicate with all the other instructors on my campus in a live fashion. So for instance, as I was in this webinar, I just sent out a Pronto message to all the other instructors at my community college. Hey, anybody want me to tell Pronto people about this? And they're rolling that in real time. So, that is a really nice thing as an instructor. We've never had a way to talk to each other outside of email. But here's some of the things my students said. Let me bring this up. I don't need to share screen, but what they told me was they really like how easy it is to use. And I don't want to throw Canvas down, but these were their actual words. They said, compared to Canvas, which sometimes it doesn't send announcements in a timely fashion. We don't get emails on time. So they said specifically when an instructor is canceling a class, they said they get it immediately. Whereas Canvas, for whatever reason, maybe it's overloaded, I don't know. They don't get those instantaneously. And sometimes they've already come, when we're face-to-face, they've already come to campus by the time they receive that email. So they love that. They also said that they like that they can have it on multiple devices. So, one student said she's got it on her iPad, she's got it on her phone, she's got it on her laptop. So that's very helpful. They said they like that their professors give them instantaneous feedback as opposed to email, because like Janet, I get overwhelmed with emails. And if I'm in meetings all day, like yesterday, I had the same experience that she had today, where I was in back-to-back academic senate classes, office hours. I didn't have 1 second to check my emails. And I had a peer review group discussion going on that some people were having an issue with, and they contacted me immediately. So they love that. One of the other things they said that's kind of interesting, and I never even thought of this, but in my debate class, some of my students have ESL issues. And so as they're actually debating live on Zoom, they Pronto IM each other, helping some of the people who have more trouble pronouncing words pronounce them. They'll send them pronunciations like, oh no, say this word, or that's the wrong word. So they're helping each other privately like they could in a face-to-face class by sending notes in a live debate. But on Zoom, the chat window just isn't that great for that, because it takes a moment to kind of get it private. And then sometimes you send it out to everyone, and then sometimes people forget to check. But they like that Pronto's right there on their phone, separate from usually how they're Zooming. One of the other things that they said to me that I thought was kind of interesting, that I'm sure the other panelists probably feel too, is that students like that they don't have to give out their private numbers in order to communicate at any time of night. So, the whole, oh gosh, I don't want that guy to have my number and use it for another reason later on, is taken out of the equation, because it's through their campus email and it's through Canvas. So they can maintain that level of privacy at the same time as have the intimacy, which is a really unique combo. Usually you have to give up one to get the other. The last thing I'll say, because I know you want to hear from other people too, is that, let's see, what was the thing that Zachary and both Zachary and Porter were saying is they really like that it's modern. It has a modern feel to them, like the other social media accounts they have. They said that they hate how archaic, as do I, how archaic a lot of the other tools we have in education are. And this one feels slick and fun, and it's something that they really enjoy doing group projects with. They'll, like Janet was saying, they'll hit up each other without my intervention to say, I can't do this. Oh, one other thing I need to say, by the way, is that one of the really nice things is and I'm sure their instructors know this, is sometimes we can't really see the student view on Canvas. Even though there's a thing called student view, we cannot actually simulate that for a lot of the activities. And so when something goes wrong, we can't see what's going wrong, because when we go into student view, it's fine for us. So what happens is I usually send people over to Pronto. I'll say, can you put this question on the class for Pronto and ask another student to walk you through it from the student view, because I can't see the problem you're having. And it works every time. So, that's another way in which I really enjoy using it. I'll say, go into Pronto, I'll be there. It's not like I'm sending them off into the wild and I don't care. But I said, then I'll be able to fix whatever it is after I watch this other student walk you through their point of view. So it's just made the online environment wonderful. I mean, I can see how post-COVID, it'll be really nice for me as well. I tend to answer student questions sometimes at midnight. I know that's not everyone's preference, but for me, it's nice rather than getting a bunch of late assignments coming in because something went wrong. So anyway, I'm going to be quiet and let some other people answer, but those were some of the things I heard from my students yesterday that I thought were valuable.